In my book, I tell a story about a man selling the Big Issue magazine. It's a magazine that's sold by homeless people. He was an outstanding salesperson and he just engaged everyone in the street. I sat having a coffee watching this guy and I was fascinated by him. He kind of just blew me away because I thought to myself, this is clearly a homeless man. However, he clearly has the skills to sell homes, cars, real estate. He had the gift of the gab. Everybody loved chatting to him. And why was it that he was here homeless? Yes, there are reasons, but this was where I came up with this idea of me-NA. It's a kind of mental DNA that controls our lives and the way we think in the same way as DNA controls how we look. My name's Mike Dawson, and if you're done with diets, calorie counters, meal plans, then you're in the right place. I'm the author of Quit Your Diet, Think to Shrink. It was designed to help you develop a 14-day plan to quitting diets forever. So you might be here because you did the quiz. If you didn't do the quiz, then there is a link around here somewhere. It's 12 questions that will help you work out where you lie on the pyramid. What pyramid? The pyramid of change. And this particular video is about identity and beliefs. It's one of the higher levels. So if you haven't taken the quiz yet, have a look around here for the link and give it a go. It's quite good fun. If you're new and you haven't come across this idea, there's a more detailed video at the beginning of this playlist, but here is a brief explanation I did earlier in one of the other videos. Before we go a little bit deeper, here's the levels. The first level is environment. The next level above that is behavior. Then you've got capabilities. And then you've got what is basically a bundle. I've bundled together the last three, which are identity and beliefs and purpose. That is you as a person inside. So let's talk about the level of identity and belief. This is the person. It's really you inside, and that's why I summarized it in those top three levels. It controls everything we're about. And right now, we're in my territory because this is what I do. I work with people with all kinds of huge life challenges and help them come through. Just like that big issue seller, it would not be kind of a revolutionary idea to see that his skills were more than appropriate for a much higher level of job, but his mind wasn't. And I call this me-NA. It's an internal robot. It's a voice that never shuts up. And you're probably going to hear this voice all day, every day throughout your life. Michael Singer calls it the annoying flatmate. And it's probably yabbering on at you right now while you're watching this video. So I discovered a poem, and we don't know who wrote this poem, but I think it's very appropriate for this particular video. I have a little robot that goes around with me. I tell it what I'm thinking. I tell it what I see. I tell my little robot all my hopes and fears. It listens and remembers everything it hears. At first, my little robot followed my commands, but after years of training, it's gotten out of hand. It doesn't care what's right or wrong or what is false or true. No matter what I try now, it tells me what to do. So in this video, I want to address some of the things that go on with this little lying robot. So in 1996, some researchers in New York ran this really kind of curious experiment. They asked volunteers to complete a word puzzle, and the word puzzle was no great big deal, but as usual, they were torturing psychology students. And one group saw words like intrude, interrupt, bold, and these were answers to the quiz. The other group saw words like respect, patience, courtesy. Now, after the puzzle, they were asked to find a researcher, and by design, he was busy in conversation with someone else. And what happened next was pretty powerful because this is where the real experiment took place. The participants primed with rude words were far more likely to interrupt, and those primed with polite words mostly stood quietly waiting. None of them realized their behavior had been manipulated. And this is called priming. It's where subtle cues or thoughts, emotions, actions happen and prime us for certain behaviors. Now, here's the odd bit. This doesn't just happen in psychology experiments when we're torturing psychology students. It happens every day in ways far bigger than word puzzles. It happens in the news that you watch, the books and social media that you consume, even the friends you choose to spend time with, because each thing is priming us, nudging our mood, our decisions, and even our sense of what's possible without us even realizing it. We don't see the strings that kind of pull us all the time. And priming is just one of that robot's hidden little tricks. I've put together a PDF for you as usual. You can grab it from around here somewhere, or you'll receive it via email or whatever if you're a member or you do the quiz. It's some of those lies that that little robot tells us. The first one I've just discussed, that's priming. We think that we're setting ourselves up to make decisions, but we have already been primed. It's very heavily used in sales and things like that. The next one is a thing called hedonic adaptation. And despite its name, we all know what it is. I will be happier once I reach that goal, once I get that thing, that salary, that car, that house. But your mind very quickly adapts to new achievements, and satisfaction fades, and it often leaves you chasing that next fix. I once heard someone say, and I don't know who it was, something like, a poor asshole will only become a rich asshole. So basically, the person you are now, regardless of your status in the future, will be the person you are now. So be the person that you can be pleased with and proud of. Here's another one. Multitasking. I can multitask effectively. Actually, this is a myth. You can't manage, managing healthy eating, stress, work, home, or you can't manage a whole group of jobs together. Your brain cannot multitask. It switches between tasks, it loses focus, and it loses energy. In fact, they say that to get fully back on focus, it can take 15 minutes, even from an interruption in your concentration. So it helps to chunk a job, even doing the hoovering or washing up, to focus on that particular job only if you actually can. The next one is, I can see reality exactly as it is. Once you believe that you're a kind of person, I am the overweight guy, always have been, I'm the funny guy, I'm the joker in the group. Once you believe you don't like traffic wardens, they're all horrible people, you will zone out information that counters it, and you will subconsciously look for confirmation bias. The traffic warden that's actually nice and reasonable to you, you will probably just pass that off and move on. Another one is willpower. Willpower alone is enough to change everything. This is a fallacy as well. If only I'd tried harder, if only I had more willpower. And in my book, we go in depth into willpower, how it's a usable resource, and how you can run out of willpower as the day goes on. It's like a muscle that gets weaker and weaker. So those are some of the tricks that you're being told. Don't forget to download the PDF, and I hope you find it useful in just spotting some of those things, and particularly that voice that's lying to you. Some of the tricks that that little robot is playing with your decision making and your thinking. The robot is really powerful, and just like the poem at the beginning of this video, if it's left unchecked, it will run our life. My book and course, Quit Your Diet, Think to Shrink, is based around getting back control from this robot and quitting diets forever. After all, haven't we all spent weeks, months, years on diets, as well as endless amounts of money and time? I'm saying, why don't we spend 14 days fully committed, all in, to quitting diets forever? So if you did the quiz, then you already have the first 3 chapters of my book, Quit Your Diet, Think to Shrink, and the course is launching very, very soon. Currently, I don't know when you're going to see this video, Site members will get free access as soon as that course launches. You remember the poem at the beginning? Well, I've rewritten that poem. We don't know who wrote the original, and I've rewritten that poem for those who've taken that leap of faith and decided to join us and quit diets forever. So I'll read that to you. I took the time to learn my craft with the roadmap as my guide. Those methods tamed the chaos that once went on inside. After doing Michael's course, my journey soon took flight. Removing all those scattered thoughts has made my mind feel light. I still hear the robot's voice, but now it's hushed and low, because since I did his course, I know exactly where to go. Through hard work and persistence, I've seized control anew. No matter what it whispers now, I decide what to do. Michael Dawson. Thank you for being there, and remember, one little click on that like button is a huge way of saying thank you. If this content's been useful or entertaining in any way, please subscribe for more videos. In the coming weeks, I'm going to be dropping a couple of videos every week as you join us on this journey of quitting our diets forever. Follow me here, become a site member, and check out the Action Factory podcast. And remember to grab the PDF that's around this episode somewhere. My name is Michael Dawson, author of Quit Your Diet, Think to Shrink. I'm going to see you in the next video.